What's up, guys and gals? It's time for the latest chapter live reaction for Kengan Omega. Kengan Omega chapter 273, entitled For This Very Moment. Now, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Let's get right underway with it. So, starting us off, join the Self-Defense Force. Okay, so the SDF, gotcha. Acquired a hunting license. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. I've never personally hunted myself, but, you know, I know a little bit about it. I'll probably never see any combat in my lifetime in the SDF. And mere animals can't quench my thirst. Chapter 273 for this very moment. But I've already... Is this space boat... Is this Ramon? He is one ugly sumbitch. And I mean ugly. God damn. Oh my god. But anyways. But I've already factored that in. I've laid the groundwork. Ramon Yuko. Yeah, it is him. The time has come to seek new horizons. Okay, I don't understand this at all. First of all, so he joins the SDF, a very standard Japanese Defense Force, blah, blah, blah. And he got a hunting license. I could get a hunting license tomorrow if I wanted one. Jesus, that's not it. Like, they're listing these as, like, first he was just a beat cop, but then he joined the SDF. It's like that he joined the CIA or Black Ops, and then all of a sudden, and then, when you thought Black Ops, FBI, Jason Bourne mixed with James Bond couldn't get any better, he joined the elite. He acquired the greatest. An Olympic gold medal. No, he got a hunting license. Like every other goddamn Tom, Dick, and Harry in all of North America can get. I mean, maybe the rules are a little more restrictive in Japan and stuff. But how? Why? Him acquiring a hunting license? Really? Really? Like, you would have had to establish... See, this would have worked so much better for Mr. Twinkie-ass Bounty Hunter. He's called the Bounty Hunter because he was, you know, the great white hunter going all around the world, you know, and he found the best prey in the world, and then he set his sights on human prey, you know, like a predator. That would have worked for me. It's like he started off as a hunter, grew up in a family of hunters and stuff, but then he captured Bengal tigers and polar bears and all the best game, and he got tired of it. He was bored with the hunting. You know, so then he went predator route. He goes, we need to hunt the ultimate prey. And then he became the bounty hunter. That would have worked. A whole like, 1 out of 3 panels, a third of a page to say, he got what anybody above the age of 19 can get. What's next? Ramon acquired a learner's permit to drive. Oh my. Okay, maybe I'm harping on this too much, but my God, this is not. Please, seriously, Roland, kick the shit out of this guy. He's not the third Nico, and he's kind of weird now, so I don't care. Beat the living shit out of him, and let's get to the gravy fights. Let's get Roland the King versus the King going at it. The Emperor of the Kengan matches versus the King of Purgatory. Let's go. That's what we're here for anyways. And then the winner can go fight Agito. Can go fight Gowlang in a balls out rematch. But yeah. So his whole purpose was, I joined the SDF and I got a hunting license because I'm a bloodthirsty animal. And I'm like, yeah, it's just not enough. Then why not join the military, like the actual, anyways. But he factored that in. So he went and got a hunting license, went and joined the SDF, knowing that it wasn't going to do anything. Like, he needs to sort out his priorities. That's all I'm going to say. I've laid the groundwork. Groundwork for what? So now he decides it's time to seek new horizons. Okay. So we're back to the present. Yamagohan, the man, the myth, the legend, says the groundwork. That's what he called it, said Lee from Star, which, by the way, we caught up on Star Strike It Rich with Chapter 30 and 31. We are planning on making the videos for that, catching ourselves up to Chapter 30. Definitely wait for those and check out the reviews if you haven't already. But Lee here says that's what he called it. He learned military basics in the SDF and learned combat through hunting. Okay. But that was as much as he could do in Japan, legally speaking, that is. So let me guess, then he left to learn Krav Maga. Then Ramon went abroad and became a mercenary. There you go. He spent the longest in the war zones of Eastern Europe. Makes sense? That's when he met an Israeli mercenary who taught him Krav Maga. Alrighty, so... Alright, he's so much more impressive, like... And why is he holding a knife like that? He's literally like, I gotta sit down on the toilet and then stab myself in the nuts. Like, look at that pose. He's like, invisible toilet. Once I take a shit, if I take a shit, I'm immediately gonna stab myself in the balls. Like that is, like, what is with that knife? Why is he doing the invisible chair training while holding a knife? That, like, goddamn. Okay, let's get away from all the flashback stuff because it's goddamn awful. Moving on. So, alright, so he's immediately, okay, he's ready to go. He's got one fist up, palm ready, and he's got a fist in the other hand. Ready to go. Roland doing his shoulder spinning. Does he just dislocate them all the time or something? Come on. Don't be shy. I'm ready for you. Okay, Roland, just kick this guy's ass already. And Vom, he jumps forward and slams his fist sort of into him. It looks kind of odd. Roland seems to block it pretty good. Whoa, what the... Is he hitting him with his palm? Well, it was more like a... Is it like... He's not really hitting him like this, or palm. He's doing more of like a... Like this. And then going BAM! Those strikes look like they're halfway between a punch and a palm strike. Okay, so it's not just me. And there's the leg sweep. Whoa, oh my god, that's not very nice. Oh, gee. Okay, so this was not a chapter anybody was trying on. My god. Oh, like, listen, I'm the first guy. I am, ladies and gentlemen, I can honestly say I am right there on the front lines. I am one of the first lines of defense when all the naysayers who hate on Kengan Omega and praise Ashore like it's the greatest thing to ever happen to manga history, I am the first one to say, whoa, what are you bitching so hard about? But so far this chapter has nothing to praise, absolutely nothing. Comedy? Mwah, chef's kiss on the comedy. But for some reason, I don't think that this was meant to be comedic. Roland dodges, and we're back to Jerry and Sayaka, and his rhythm of attacks is pretty unique, isn't it, Jerry? It feels like he closed the distance before you even noticed. I ain't never seen Krav Maga before. So it's like, so, Jerry, you're a color commentator, you know martial arts, what do you think? I got nothing. Okay, this is literally... Wow. What a chapter is all I can say. What a chapter. But close quarters battle systems don't got so many strict forms like martial arts do. These tactics have got to be the product of Ramon's ingenuity. You mean just his rapid palm strikes trying to get an opening that Roland has managed to dodge with his salat the whole time? And boom! Punched in the face. Oh no, it was an elbow. My bad. Blam, and it was a good strong one. He landed an elbow. Nice one. He's reeling. That's left him reeling. Yeah. Left him reeling. Alright, good. So Roland gets another really solid hit there. Oh, but he's shaking it off. Ramon's pretty resilient. And Roland stancing up for another go. There's Agito watching. We can see Kano in the stands, watching the match, fresh off winning his own. Who will he go on to face? in the semi-finals. Once again, the way the matches were set up was very unfortunate to Julius and newcomers. Because once again, Gao Lang Agito rematch, it was even set up in this tournament. Gao Lang even called Agito out, and it was like, oh ho ho ho, we need to see this. He's beaten pre-initiative. It's awesome. And then, of course, with the next bracket, we've got the two kings finally meeting up. I mean, you know, like, the tournament had so much, like, plot narrative required fights at this point that you just kind of knew. And I'm still good with my assessment that Roland's still going to win. He might take more damage than Agito did against Julius. Though, once again, Agito did have to fight all out to beat Julius. That's one thing that I've noticed the community is now slacking on Julius. No, once again, Julius is right there with Waka in A tier. He just hasn't crossed the threshold over, and we've finally seen that Agito evolved, but Agito still had to basically go all out. Agito couldn't hold back, and he did multiple dragon shots plus dragon vein to be able to take this guy out. So once again, people are going to immediately clown on Julius. It wasn't the case, right? And at least in my opinion, I think that was a very hard-won fight for Agito, just because he came out of it better. By my estimation, a quick little bit of this, a little bit of that to the wrong degree would have spelled disaster, and Agito could have taken a lot of damage. So, man, Raman is not my guy. I'm sorry. This faces and the bad facial hair and the very greasy, coming from me of all people, the very flat and greasy hair. You know what I mean? Like, god damn. Good. Very good. And everyone's cheering. Yeah, Raman goes forward. Pow, 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 pow. Roland seems to keep dodging. He's quick. He's clearly kicked up his speed. I guess he's done with recon now. But, alright, so they're going to admit that Ramon's been like, alright, I'm basically playing with you, testing the field, seeing what I can do. And now he's going in. He doesn't seem fazed by the fact that he's been hit a few times. That Roland has... and once again, Roland's the dude who, like, he has so much power behind each hit. From what we've been told, from what we understand, that one hit from Roland spells disaster. So, the fact that he's taken a couple, he is very resilient, he is very resistive, and now he's done with his recon sort of idea. Now he's going to go full force. He can't get Roland with the same attack pattern twice, no? So Roland, I mean, he never got Roland the first time. So, and then, nearly got him here, and he's doing it. Oh, he was going to hit him with a two-finger clutch, almost like the loser Nico, Tiger Nico was doing with the whole flame, adding a burn set to it. I wonder if it's meant to be the same move, or it is an actual move in Krav Maga or military, like real martial arts sort of idea in CQC. So, did he dodge? Oh, I see. He's using his fingers. I may be an amateur when it comes to martial arts, says Lee. But grabbing into a takedown is Ramon's forte. Roland looks like he's watching out for that. Well, considering the weight difference and the muscle and stuff, once again, just like Agito Julius, it's very dangerous to allow a guy who is physically superior to you in every way, heavier, physically more, it's a bad idea to get too close quarters, because if they catch you and you're not ready for it, it could spell disaster. So, Roland's dodging. What the hell is he doing? And boom. He tried to stomp down on his foot to catch him. That was a stomp. Now that looked like a battlefield technique. Yes, ma'am. I mean, just stomping on an opponent's foot is a battlefield technique? I mean, the chapter got a little better, a little more serious in this halfway mark, but... Eesh. A little bit of hot under the collar here with this chapter. I don't have a whole lot to praise. His moves aren't very flashy, but they're geared towards the steady destruction of his opponents. In terms of entertainment value, he's not exactly a welcome contestant. I mean, fair enough. But he's incredibly practical, says Kaede. He's fairly formidable. And so is Roland. He weathered that ferocious attack, and he's not even out of breath. Roland on air. Absolutely good, says Ramon. You've truly impressed me, Roland. Now I simply must bury you. Boom! And Roland elbows him right in the face for that. Just no transition. He just leaps, boom, elbow. Ramon, what? Okay, then he feels it. And then Slam, he gets hit again. So he gets slammed by an elbow, and then slammed by the same elbow again. Oh no, he takes the second elbow. So boom, so he immediately is like, yes, Roland Donner, King of Purgatory, I must bury you. Boom! What the fuck? Boom! Oh, yeah. And Slam. Invisible, of course. It's the invisible elbow. It's the invisible elbow. You know, so that's Roland at his finest with his invisible elbow. I know people make fun of the invisible elbow. It's just like he's just hitting him with the elbow. It's the direction it comes from while blindsiding the opponent. An attack from outside the field of view is all it is. I know it's silly for a named attack, but it does make sense. It's considered the invisible elbow because you do not see it coming. And it's set up in that way, and that's the purpose of it. You know, certain strikes you can't see. And we've established this many times in different forms in Kengan. Blink, you know, the whole Koi style is based on, you know, not just the Rakasha's palm there, but the Rakashasha's palm. Anyways, I think I've been pronouncing that wrong the whole time. But it's not just Rakasha's palm, it's also Blink. And Blink works in the same idea as Invisible Elbow, though for some reason we don't clown on Blink, but we do clown on Invisible Elbow. I don't get Kengan community, right? Am I right? So anyways, what's the matter? Is that all you got? Then it's curtains for you. Okay, so I guess that's the end of the chapter. Okay, so Ramon got his shit kicked, shitty backstory, and Ramon's just one of those. Kind of a letdown, kind of boring. But if Roland was going to kick his ass anyways, and we were going to get to the good fight, the great fight, that'll be the two kings versus each other. Okay. You know what I mean? He was just a stepping stone for Roland to show off, and Roland will have an on-screen win. People will still bitch, but at least he'll have an on-screen win. And then we will get to some of the main events. You know what I mean? So, so far the fight choreography wise hasn't been bad. And once we got to the second half and stuff, like the dodging, okay, I'm testing the waters with you, trying out different maneuvers, trying leg sweeps and stomps, and you know, using that whatever that two-finger attack was and stuff. He's trying different versions of different moves, trying to catch Roland off guard. His Salat is very defensive. Of course, he's got pre-initiative and deception of intent and all that, so he's being able to work through that. We assume he's using that right now, and he seems to definitely have the upper hand. Now I do expect Ramon soon to, probably next chapter, do some damage to Roland in some way, shape, or form. I don't think Ramon's going to go down completely from all this, but after sort of hyping up this fight a little bit, but you never know, you know. I honestly could see it going either way, but generally speaking, narratively, you do a little bit of back and forth. You show one guy getting the upper hand, then you show the next guy getting the upper hand. So, yeah. And once again, I think Sandro wants to show Roland in a really good light right out of the gate. Show him in this more stellar, where we got that basically we were all cucked in the 3v3, right? To see Roland and Nagito really strut their stuff, sort of, as it were. And yeah, so we've been told, not shown. Now it's really time for the King of Purgatory to prove that he's a top dog. So, anyways, I think that's all I have to say about that one. My God, though, not a very good chapter. Might just be one of, if not the weakest chapter of the whole tournament at this point. Maybe. It's certainly down there. It's definitely not up. It's certainly down. So I'm going to give this chapter a, not that I ever really ranked them or whatever, but this time it's a thumbs down, baby. This is a thumbs down of a chapter, in my opinion. It tried to make up for it in the later half of the chapter, but by then, it felt like I was watching a comedy sketch in the middle of, oh, by the way, there's an actual fight going on over there. Whatever's going on over here, I don't really care anymore, but something interesting over on the side, you know what I mean? So, yeah, what's up with that? Anyways, that's it from me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you back here next Wednesday. Hopefully it's a better chapter than this one, because that first half of the chapter, that was just unintentional comedy, in my opinion. But you guys tell me what you think. We'll see you back here next Wednesday. Have a good one. Sayonara.